quick one on the breaking news, Twitter agreeing to let Elon Musk go through this purchase. Do you have a response to that? And does the White House have any concern that this new agreement might have President Trump back on the platform?
Well, I'm not going to comment on a specific transaction. What I can tell you as a general matter, no matter who owns or runs Twitter, the president has long been concerned about the power of large social media platforms, the power they have over our everyday lives, has long argued that tech platforms must be held accountable for the harms they cause. He has been a strong supporter of fundamental reforms to achieve that goal, including reforms to Section 230, enacting antitrust reforms, requiring more transparency, and more. And he's encouraged that there's bipartisan interest in Congress. In terms of what hypothetical policies might happen, I'm just not going to speak to that at this point in time.
On the situation at the border and Title 42, Congressman McCall said this weekend that Secretary Mayorkas has expressed some frustration directly to him about how the administration is ending Title 42. He says the Secretary is saying that the Border Patrol, Catholic Charities are already overwhelmed. So has the Secretary raised these concerns with President Biden, and are these concerns that the White House shares?
Well, I think it's important to remember that Title 42 is not an immigration policy or an immigration authority. It's a health authority. So yes, it was coordinated with the Secretary of Homeland Security and through an interagency process. And there's been planning in the works for months for this possibility that the CDC to take this action. Secretary Mayorkas is going to be testifying later this week multiple times. I'm sure he will answer that question and multiple other questions, and I will let him speak for himself. But I would just note that we're continuing to prepare for May 23rd and the implementation, and there is a multi-part strategy that Secretary Mayorkas has been leading and overseeing for the past several months.
Has he raised these concerns with the president?
I'm not going to get into private conversations, but I think, again, it's important to note this is a CDC decision and authority about when we had the health conditions to lift Title 42. It wasn't an indication of an immigration policy.
Do you not believe that there will not be a surge as a result of Title 42 being lifted?
Well, the Department of Homeland Security has projected that there could be an increase in people coming to the border, and that's why they've had a multi-part plan and proposal and policy they've been implementing for months now to prepare for that.
Is Title 42 and the potential end to it the reason that the Congressional Hispanic Caucus is meeting with the president today?
No. Actually, if you may remember, the president has been meeting with a number of the caucuses from Congress, from the Congressional Black Caucus. He met with KPAC. He's been meeting with all of the caucuses, as he did last year. So this has been a meeting that's been in the works for some time. Immigration, certainly we expect to be a part of it, but we expect it to be an expansive meeting. And I would note the CHC has a stated view and policy on Title 42. Go ahead.